Wait, let me back up. Hi, everyone. Welcome to All About the Joy. This is Cynthia Ruiz Lopez, and this is Rick Costa. This is a show we do every week on Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. The reason why I'm being a little weird is because I think we're live on TikTok right now, and this would be our first time being on TikTok. So, how you guys doing? How are you?
Good.
Why are you giggling? Hey, Melanie, how are you?
Hey, Mel.
Why are you giggling?
Because if I don't laugh, I will cry. It's been one hell of a week.
Okay. Girl, what's going on? What happened to you this week? Go ahead.
God.
What happened?
My coworker, man, is just driving me crazy. Just complains about everything and does nothing.
No, but you posted on Facebook today. She ain't on your Facebook page. You posted something, and I was like, "That's her coworker." You wrote something.
She needs a muzzle.
Yeah, you said, "Can humans have a muzzle?" I was like, "Cynthia is rare today." So what'd she do?
Like I said, so the past couple of days we haven't had too many cases come in to work on, but there's other stuff to do in the office, and she's been there a lot longer than I have.
Why don't you tell everyone what it is that you do in case we have any new viewers?
So I work in pathology, and I work with a doctor who deals with sarcoma cases. So I basically prep all his slides and things like that for him. So there's always stuff to do. There's always cases.
Your goal is to work with more dead people. I got you. Yeah. Melanie just said, wait a month before you get too invested in TikTok. I don't know what that means.
Because of the TikTok possible ban thing, whatever.
No, the Supreme Court's going to hear it. Oh, Melanie, I've been invested in TikTok since it was Musically. I've been a TikTok person since it was all just dancing. So I'm not investing more. It's just, we've never been able to go live, and I don't do lives on there, but thank you for the heads up. But the Supreme Court has agreed to hear the case, and they're going to listen to it on January 10th, which is quite fascinating. When they want to go fast, they go fast, but who knows how it's going to end up. I think it'll be bad for us if they end TikTok, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to move on. Go ahead, Cynthia. You're a horrible coworker from hell.
Yeah. Yesterday, I snapped at her because she says in front of the doctor, "Oh, we have no cases today. So what are we going to do?" And I'm like looking at her do other stuff. I'm like, "Are you really asking me?" And doctor's busy doing his stuff in his office, but I know he can hear. And she's here more organized than I am. Well, there's other jobs we need to do, so let's do that.
So I'm confused though. Like, why doesn't? Is she testing you? I'm confused.
I don't know. I think her age. I think she's going. I don't know.
Rick, I just changed the focus. Does it change on TikTok what it looks like? Does that look better on TikTok?
Yeah, it's bigger. Yeah.
It gives you more options. I'm sorry. I just noticed when you were talking, a little thing went over and said, change dimension or something. I'm like, okay. It's like, let me work my technical magic in the background. Okay. I'm pretending to listen. You know, I'm like, So but isn't she going to retire? Didn't we have this conversation?
Not anytime soon, unfortunately. But
is there anybody else in the office? Is it just the two of you? Okay, that's why you losing it. That's why you losing it.
Yeah. So, earbuds go in, music goes on, and I do what I got to do.
What is her reasoning? Is she trying to get you in trouble or something? Is she trying to
It seems like that because it seems like she's been there for so long. So she knows everything, but tries to act like she doesn't and tries to test, to see if I'll do it or. So I'm not playing her game.
Rick, isn't this one of your people?
Yeah, but this is not a religious broadcast, LJ.
LJ, this is absolutely not a religious broadcast. And I get vile sometimes if you get me upset. No, I would not. But just be kind and lovely because this is a beautiful space and we want to keep it that way. So welcome. We're glad you're here. What does one day at a time request mean?
It's a song. One day at a time. It's a song.
Oh, Okay, one day at a time is also something they say in AA all the time.
I
So
was thinking
that's what I
that.
was thinking. I was like,
Maybe that's where it came from. Hey, Charlie.
Charlie, how are you? In the hole she goes. I don't even know what that means, Charlie. What are you talking about?
Look at Rick's face.
What?
Is it about her
Rick's like,
coworker?
Is this about her coworker? I'm like, what is he talking about? I'm like, I'm so confusion.
I would never say, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" No, baby, look busy.
exactly.
I think she's trying to test you, though. I mean, is she? That's what I don't understand. What is her purpose?
I have no idea.
Especially if the doctor can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoever is the problem. Okay, they go.
That's right, Charlie.
Mhm. She's been there for a long time. I'm trying to figure out. The doctor can hear you. It's not like he's in another room or something.
Yeah.
Why is she? You know what I mean? Like, why is she doing this on a regular basis?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. And you can tell even the doctor gets annoyed with her sometimes.
Melanie.
Well, Melanie, you're so right. One Day at a Time is an old TV show too. That's absolutely correct.
A remake too.
Did they do a remake?
I think.
Yeah, I don't think it went well. It was like with Rita Moreno too. It was like with the whole Latino cast.
Oh, I loved Valerie Bertinelli, right?
Mm.
That was the original, right?
Yeah, I thought she was fine.
Here's the thing we were going to talk about today. You guys know very well that I've been asking you both to watch different shows. So let's back this up. I am a proponent of never talk about something you've never seen, right? Y'all know I hated a certain professor at the University of Vermont where I went to college, hated him. But the one thing I have to give him credit for, he said, never talk about a movie you've never seen. I don't care what you think you know, never do it because you're always going to look like an idiot. And you know what? I have taken that and have done that in my entire life because it's true. Don't talk about a book you've not read. If you don't know something, don't talk about it. Just don't. All right. And when you guys ask me to watch something, as long as it's within my genre, I'm open to it. But the two of you are like, no, I ain't gonna watch Stargate SG-1. I don't know if I can. Wait.
That wasn't me.
And then you, 911. Oh, don't even try to be all innocent over here, baby, because you were like 911 fireman. So I requested that two people please watch each other's show so we can have a conversation about it. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cynthia, let's start with you. You watched Stargate SG-1, and Rick and I are huge fans. What did you watch? Did you watch both first episodes or?
No, I just watched the first episode right
of
now.
The pilot.
Yeah, the pilot. So at the beginning, I was a little lost at the beginning because I felt like I had to keep checking. I was like, did I start in episode 2? What did I miss? Because they like already started talking about the Stargate and it was already there. And I was like, wait, is there something before this that I'm supposed to watch?
Yeah, you're overthinking it.
I know. So then when they started talking about how he wrote something and it was a lie, and I was like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Wait, what? Who wrote what?
I don't know the characters' names, but the main guy.
The hot main guy, Richard Dean Anderson, who plays Colonel Jack O'Neill. Okay, he did what? He said, who wrote a lie?
No, they said that he wrote something, but he didn't put the full truth about what he found.
Oh, the report, yes. He lied about what they did in the movie. He said that, oh yeah, we used the bomb to wipe out everything, but it was a lie.
No, this is the beginning. Okay, right. I'm so sorry. I'm confusion. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So when they started talking about that, I kind of figured, okay, now I get it. So as I'm watching it, I was like, get into it. And of course, the graphics is definitely 1990s graphics. So of course, I'm critiquing that.
She texted me, and I'm like, this was 1997. What? I don't know what she thought. I said MacGyver.
I know.
Go ahead.
It was dope for the time.
I started getting into it, and I was just like, okay. And then I got to the end, and I was like, okay, this is why she wants me to watch the second episode, because it left you in a cliffhanger with one of the guys, military guys, getting struck with that little alien thing. So now it's in him.
The little alien thing. The Goa'uld, which is the symbiote. Come on, Rick. Don't make me look stupid here, right?
That little hideous snake.
The little snake thing. Which is so funny because I watched the pilot again. Rick did too. We both watched it again just to refresh. And it was so funny. I'm like, I don't think we see the snake that much ever again, except when it comes out of Teal'c's body and stuff once in a while. But we don't really, they really were graphic in the beginning of it with that thing. Anyways, go ahead. Okay, so you, go ahead.
So I will continue to watch it. I will.
Really?
Yeah, it was a little interesting.
Okay.
I gotta say though, I'm not a Trekkie. You know that. I love Star Wars. But this was not the sci-fi, and it was a little more interesting in this than I would say in Star Trek. Because this
it's more your flavor.
Yeah,
it's more your flavor.
More action and stuff like that. So
and it's more. There's more evil in it, which you seem to like, and more darkness. Yeah,
exactly.
It's sci-fi, but in present time instead of way in the future.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not against it. You're going to watch the second episode. Well, I should have said you should watch the first 2 episodes. I forgot that the pilot is actually 2 episodes. Okay. I just forgot because you kind of have to get through that to know who the team is and how the team comes to be. And then that team then goes through, I told you, they go through the Stargate. And I think that's one of the great things about creativity is they created this portal so that they can just create stories. I mean, they can go anywhere and create a new story, a new civilization, although it's always a forest in Canada. You know what I mean? That they land in. But, and then everybody speaks English. All the aliens speak English. Oh, Melanie, Stargate SG-1, you'd have to Google it and find out. It should be free.
It's on Hulu.
Is it on Pluto?
Yes, it's on Pluto.
It's on Pluto because Hulu's not free. Okay, so you liked it. Did you okay, I thought you might enjoy the scene where they're at the conference room and he first meets Sam. Mm-hmm. And she's, my organs are on the inside, not on the outside.
I love that part.
I knew you were right. But she's like, and she has to fight with them, So, but Cynthia, I'm so glad you watched it. And I hope you do watch it because I think it's really good. And you're going to know right away the episodes I like versus the episodes I think you and Rick would like. The ones that are more horrific, dealing with the Goa'uld. The Goa'uld are the ones whose eyes glow. Okay. Those are the gods. They're gods. And it's really interesting because they turn around and they do these analogies, right, with religion and whether you believe in God or not. It's interesting. What?
Hi, Mario.
Hey, Mario.
It's funny because as I was watching it, I kept referencing it to other movies and shows, like with the portal. It kind of reminded me of the movie Thor, how they had that portal.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the creature coming out of the belly reminded me of the movie Aliens when they're at the diner and the things coming out the stomach. So I kept referencing other movies and shows. So it was kind of cool.
Well, I mean, I think that's the thing about sci-fi, though, right? Look at 2001 Space Odyssey. That's all I need to say. I know you've never seen that movie, but if you saw that movie, you would see where the template comes. It's like the Shakespeare, right? We have Shakespeare as a template for a lot of stories. There's like 2001 Space Odyssey feels like, so once you see that movie, you start to realize, Mario, I haven't sent you an email because I know, first of all, the times I do, you don't respond. And then I know based on some of the things that I've been hearing and seeing, I don't want to put pressure on you. If you want to come on this show, you need to just let me know. That's how I do it with Joy. That's how I do it with everybody. Like, I'm not sending out emails to everyone expecting you to be on the show and then you don't show up. So if that was that meant right there, I'm trying not to pressure you. That's all. That's all that's about. The only people who are forced to be on the show regularly, forced to be on the show regularly, are not even here today. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what I thought was funny too was this is talking about Samantha again. The guy, they were like trying to test her, or whatever. And he's like, "Have you ever done this whatever crazy move in an airplane?" And she said,
"Yes." Yeah.
She's like, I was right. Like, what else?
Right. Have you ever done a G4 somersault on the backflip or blah, 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 and then go down there? And she's, yes, right. It was so good. It was perfect. I knew you would like that. Yeah. And the thing that's really cool, this is just a little, I don't think I'm it's not a spoiler or whatever, you can clearly tell that Colonel Jack O'Neill and Samantha Carter, there's going to be something between them. But let me tell you, it takes like 9 seasons before it's great though. It's like great tension, you know what I mean? But they, because of their professionalism, what is it? They're professional because they're in the military, they can never get together. And they never do, right? Well, wink, wink. But they don't. But they have all these crazy stories of like dream sequences, and they wake up on a different planet, and it's they don't know who they are. And then they still hang out together, but they don't know if they were together. You know which episode I'm talking about, Rick?
There's like alternate timeline one. There's
it's so well
time
done.
travel. There's a whole bunch of them from different timelines come in one. Wait, they thought of everything.
It's so well done. Melanie just said the only forced ones are the ones we currently see. That's right. That's how it works. That's right. Right. Melanie, you're forced on here to make sure you comment. Don't even try to play it. You know, you're forced here. Number 1 fan. No. Okay. Rick went out of his way after bashing the whole fireman thing.
Whoa.
You were always bashing us because you thought we were only watching.
Slightly mocking because firemen come up a lot.
Oh, okay. Semantics. Okay, I'm sorry. Did I use the wrong word? Did you say lightly mocking? Tell us what you think. We're listening.
So
you watched the pilot, right?
Yeah, whatever's the first episode, that's what I watched. Yeah. And it's what I thought. It's what I expected. It was the life of a firefighter, stuff they go through, but then they also had drama also along with it. They had a couple getting divorced because they found out about something about him. And so I don't spoil it either. I mean, it was interesting. I'm not going to say it's, oh my God, I can't wait to see more. But it was interesting.
Wow. Interesting. The light dig. You know what I mean?
It was a good show.
You watched the 2nd and 3rd episode. Would you continue?
Would I? Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm forced.
I actually started rewatching it again.
I love that show. I think it's so good.
So
we're talking about 911. It's the show starring Angela Bassett and Peter Krause. That is how you say his name. Krause.
And if you look it up, it's 9-9-9-1. Sorry.
Yeah, it's 911. There's a whole bunch of them, but you just want to do the original 911 with Angela Bassett and Peter Krause. Yeah. But the thing that's really cool about 911 is I do like their relationships and all of the people, but it's not really about just firemen. It's about first responders because it's also about the people just as much in the call center. And that's what I felt I learned so much about.
Mm-hmm. I think that was the very first thing on the show was the woman doing the call center. And she was saying how stressful it was. And sometimes she goes home and she like brings the stuff with her because it's in her mind. Oh my God. And the fact that she doesn't always know what happened because they hang up before she finds out the resolution, which drives her crazy, which makes total sense. I never even thought about that.
Yeah. And same with the firefighters because Buck was always like, I want to go in too. And they're like, no, this is where your job ends.
At the glass doors.
Yep.
So they have that rule that when the firemen, I don't know if this is true everywhere, it's just on the show, but when firemen do their job and they bring and the unit brings the emergency people to the hospital and the doctors and the nurses take them, the firemen don't go in because their job is done at the glass doors of the hospital. It's kind of cool because then they have to detach and go to the next emergency. And so you learn all these different things. I happened to catch the episode, Cynthia, where remember when, no spoiler alerts, but remember when they take hostage the call center? Remember when that whole thing happens? And it's so weird because there's this huge traumatic thing that happens at the call center. Finally, they get saved. But within 30 seconds of them being saved, all the other call center people who were not like they're in other places, they had called them in and bust them in to have them come in and start taking emergency calls as there are dead bodies on the ground because they have to keep the city going. And I was like, that's so like those little moments. Oh my God. Because that's the main one in this part of town. I thought that was cool. Yeah. What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Tony wanted me to confirm if he was on TikTok or not. I'm like, yes.
Oh my God. He couldn't wait to after the show. Like, he's so weird.
No patience.
He's so weird. That is so cheesy. My God, Lord Jesus. Anyways, are we still on TikTok, Rick? That's fine.
Yes, we are.
So you were, and I know this might be like a boring part of the conversation, not boring, but like a weird part. You kept talking about, and I think this is important to notice, you were like the baby in the toilet, because there's an emergency in the pilot where a guy calls 911 because he can hear a baby in the wall and he thinks somebody flushed a child down the pipe, like down the toilet or whatever. And they go in and they rescue this infant born. It was basically a teenager had a baby and flushed it down the toilet. And they go in and try to, but you were shocked that was even a thing, almost to the point you thought it was unbelievable.
I can believe it. I thought it was funny though too, because they looked at him like,
because he was high. He was
like, I'm not high or anything, maybe a little bit.
Right. As he has the bong right there. You know
Right.
what I mean? It was like, so yeah. So, and then what I text you back or what I emailed you back is I'm not surprised by that story because Cynthia, I think as another woman, we've heard those horrible stories, especially growing up poor.
Hello, I work in a hospital.
Oh my God, that's so true. And I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about like just me growing up as a woman. I've heard these horrible stories. What I thought was unbelievable, which is where I think they might have stretched, right? Because to make the story, the baby was alive. Like,
no, it could still, it could.
I'm sure it could have happened. I'm just saying that's where I thought usually I would think after all that time,
you got to think about it. So when a baby is born, it's in water in your belly.
Hi, Anthony.
So it comes out, it can still breathe in the water. You have this water there. They heard the baby crying. That's why when
right, it was believable.
Yeah. So Hen was like, make sure no one flushes the toilet because then the baby could drown.
Right.
The baby did stop breathing, but you have really 20 minutes to get your heart rate going before they call it. So.
Melanie, this sounds like a new version of emergency. It may be. There's so many. Don't get me started on how many how many fireman shows there are now. Because there's 911 Lone Star. I've been watching Chicago Fire. There's so many of them now. I watched SWAT the other day. I had no idea what that was about. I was like, let me check this out. But I'm not addicted to that. Although I must say, Shemar Moore, Lord, amen. Amen for the beauty that the Lord bestowed on all of us when he made Shemar Moore.
Hey, Diane.
Hi, Diane. Thank you for visiting. Oh, Anthony, a year ago, I only have to wear this till December 30th, and it's so much better. But a year ago, I hurt the back of my hand, and I hit it against the corner of a desk. And I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It felt like I had, when you stub your toe, you're like, oh my God. And then you're fine. That's what I thought I did, but actually I really did a lot of damage. And so after going to doctors, whatever, I went to physical therapy. I was afraid I'd have to have surgery, but I don't. I have very many of them, but I've been wearing them. The thing is, you don't usually see them because I do this. And so no one ever notices it because it's behind. So I've been wearing it for the past year, basically, or 8-9 months, at least on here. But I had a huge bump right here. It's absolutely down. It's totally down. I know. And the cyst that was up here, it looks like you can still see it, but it's still a little bit level. And after December 31st, we're just going to go with it.
All right.
And see how it goes. You know what I mean? I know I'm so excited, but thank you for asking, Anthony. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, Diane, are you talking about the episode?
Oh, the baby, probably, yeah.
Oh, it's just an episode on 911. Just an episode on 911. Tell the truth, Carmen. You slapped someone that one.
Anthony said the same thing.
I wish. Who are you, Anthony? Who are you beating up? I wish. Goodness Lord. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever really I've beaten up 2 people, but I was a kid. I was under the age of 11. 15, 11. I can't remember. 26. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really was a kid. I've never hit another person. It was last week. Yeah. No, I would never hit someone. Have you guys ever beat up anybody or hit anybody?
My brother. That's about it.
Wait, look at Cynthia. Really? Okay, wait. Your brother doesn't count because that was just sibling fun? Like wrestling, like kids wrestle?
Mostly.
I'm waiting to hear Cynthia. Okay, Cynthia, go ahead.
Oh no, this is when me and Juan first started dating, and no, it wasn't Juan.
Oh my God.
I was like, it's about to get juicy.
Like, Juan is her husband. We're all freaking out. What?
Either that or an ex. Let's go.
No, it was a friend that I was living with at the time. Me and her got into an argument, and I was outside her house. She was inside, and she had a screen door. And I'm the type of person, you can scream and yell and do everything in my face, but the minute you touch me, it's a done deal.
Oh no! Okay. She hit you first, then.
Yeah, so she hit me with the door. And so I started bleeding on the side of my eye. So I went into the house, and then she started talking crap about my mom, who had passed away. And that was, I was done.
Okay. Do I know who this person was?
No.
Let me just send this to Mario in case he wants to come on.
Mario said, I chose violence in my late 20s and early 30s.
Mario, I just sent you a text with the link if you want to come on. I don't know if you want to come on, but you're more than welcome to come on. I chose violence. Is that the only person you beat up? Did you beat her up good, though?
I think I did.
I just want everyone to know, everyone thinks Cynthia is so nice and everything. But it's not true. Everyone thinks I'm the mean one up here, right? If you guys are thinking about it, you're like, Carmen, man, she's hard. She swears. She's so ghetto. She did this. She hardcore. She blunt. Which is what you get over here. But over there. Go ahead.
Oh, there was another one. Oh, Sammy. Our buddy Sammy.
Hey,
Mario. Cynthia's just telling us who else she beat up. Okay, Sammy, go ahead.
So his ex-girlfriend thought I had called her a bitch, which I didn't. And she, again, got in my face, yelling, all this and that. I was just letting her go. And again, she put her hands on me. So I pushed her so hard. You never seen those movies where somebody just flies across the sidewalk, like on their butt, like they slide? She literally did that, and she came out of her shoes. Okay.
You see how she says it with a little pride, though? She says it with a little pride. That's weird.
And then we just started fist fighting, and my other friend was in the car watching, and I don't even remember exactly what happened, but he told me that I dragged her from one car to the other, and then they just broke us up.
Okay.
All right. Today, there have been 10 people with cell phones videoing the whole thing.
I know,
right?
I'm just saying, again, I just want everyone to realize I'm actually the nice one. Just throwing that out there. Go ahead, Mario. How you doing? What's up, sir? Turn your volume down just a little bit because you're hot. I mean, you're fine and hot, but I mean, you're hot. The mic hot is.
Well, okay. I think I can hear you a little bit. Can you hear me?
No, you can turn it up. Turn it up then. I don't want you to not be able to hear us.
Okay.
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now.
All right. I'm just going to turn you down here and see if that works a little bit. Okay, go ahead. How you doing? What's going on?
I'm well. I'm vacationing with my family at my in-laws' house, so I'm not at home.
Oh, I think that's the other reason why you told me you were going to be leaving. You sent that in an email. So why are you like, I haven't gotten an email? I'm like,
no, I haven't. No. I have not gotten an email for quite some time, Miss Ma'am.
You know what? I'm going to send you. So this is how organized I am. I'm going to send you all the emails that you didn't respond to. And so I'm like, I think Mara's going to come on. And then when I don't send you, you like Charlie. Charlie does the same thing. Like, that's not true. Charlie's actually good. When we see him here, we link him, he comes on. I'm just going to believe you.
Okay. In my defense, I'm terrible. Not in my defense, but I'm terrible with checking emails. If you want to catch me, get me on IG. And then I'll respond.
Yeah, let me work around your schedule because I'm not busy. But okay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. We on every Thursday. Every Wednesday, I send the link. You could just be like, you know what? I think Karma's going to be on tomorrow. Let her know I can come on.
Listen. I do all the things. I've had foot surgery. I've been doing things,
Listen, I saw some stuff on Facebook too. And I was like, okay, he for real. Now I sent you some information, right? I responded to something.
No, and I responded to you. Remember, I said thank you.
But that's what I'm saying is, so when you want to see something, you see it.
Ma'am, don't come for me unless I send for you here, okay?
Olives.
Don't come for me unless I send for you. Don't do it.
I'm not getting in trouble on this one because I would love to have you on the show on a regular basis, but I can only do what I can do, and I'm trying to be respectful. So, but you're doing good. You're with family.
Yes, I'm doing really well.
For the holidays.
For the holidays, for sure. I'm limping, but we're doing fine.
Wait, you're limping?
Yeah, I had foot surgery.
Why? What happened?
Well, listen, it's complicated. Since I've been on this weight loss journey, I've been in the gym a lot. So I end up with like ingrown toenails on both feet.
Ooh.
So no bueno.
That hurts.
It very much so. Yeah.
So you had to have surgery to get that taken
both
care of?
feet.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's fine.
That's just hard. Okay. All right.
What do you recommend to prevent that in the future? Like get bigger shoes or something? Like
I get
I don't know.
pedicures regularly.
But it's for me, it's kind of hereditary. My dad had them really bad. So the last time I had a really bad one was years ago when I was a kid. But I hadn't had any. But now I've been, like I said, I've been in the gym so much. I guess.
But shouldn't you maybe go and get a pedicure like once every couple weeks?
You know what? That would be smart.
No, I'm just saying that's.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Yeah, because I also have that inclination, or I was told I did years and years ago, and I was like, I guess that's what. Then every week I got to get a pedicure, so I don't go every week.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's all I needed, an excuse. You know what I mean? Like,
say less.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm glad you're doing okay. And I'm glad it's only that. I know that doesn't seem like for you, but it's not like something else. You know what I mean?
No.
So have you ever seen Stargate SG-1? We're just curious.
I did, but I don't like it.
Okay. Don't say that because Cynthia's not going to watch it if you don't like it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was great. It was wonderful.
Did you watch? I know you watched 911. I know you did.
Oh, that's my jam. I'm all in.
See?
I watched 911, 911 Lone Star. I've been in since day one.
Yeah.
And,
did you watch Chicago Fire?
I used to. We were on the but we watched all of them. We would do Fire, Med, and PD. So and like especially when we were so deep in it, we were ready for the crossovers. So like
they had all the crossovers, right?
But I think we checked out about 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, because Chicago Fire lost so many people who are critical to the show.
Yeah.
Like the minute Jess left, is that his name, Jess? The guy who, by the way, here's the other thing I hate about these shows. I'm just going to say something. When you watch any interviews with people, because if you love a show, you start, and you find out like half the cast is British. You're like,
That's just like Buck.
Buck is British. It's so weird.
He's Australian.
Okay, I just mean they're not American. They don't have they do American accents and mannerisms so perfectly that you don't know in your stuff. So I think his name was Jess, was on Chicago Fire. And the minute he left, I was done. I was like,
I'm a big FBI show. I love all the FBIs.
I don't know what the FBI's are. Is that like SWAT? No, SWAT is
no. Okay, so
isn't SWAT with Shemar Moore? Yeah, because I just watched that the other day.
But FBI they're on Paramount Plus or CBS. They have it's most wanted in FBI International. So it's just like the Chicago's. No, it's just like the Chicago's, but it's really good and it's a Dick Wolf show. So the people you miss from Chicago Fire are
there
over
are
on
in those shows.
Yeah,
that's so weird. Oh no! And you know what's so weird in real life? I hate all law enforcement, and yet on my TV shows, I'm like, oh,
that's my jam.
That's the jam because they're the good guys. Anthony just said, I love Stargate SG-1 and all the TV shows based on it. I have all of them on DVD and Blu-ray. I know, right? Wow. Melanie said, I will look for both of those shows and watch them. I am so glad that I think you might like 911. I don't know if you're a sci-fi person, but Stargate SG-1 is Rick and mine favorite. Rick, I wouldn't say it's your favorite. What's your list of sci-fi stuffage?
If I had to pick just one.
We know it's Star Trek Next Generation. We know that. Yeah. After that, which one is it?
After that? So many. SG-1's up there. You didn't like the new Battlestar Galactica. I loved it.
BSG. I watched it all, but it's not my thing. It's not my jam. Yeah, it's too dark. Cynthia would love that. Cynthia would love that. Yes, she would.
She
Which one?
BSG Battlestar Galactica, the new one.
Okay.
With not the new one, it's not new anymore. It's 10 years old, but with Edward
Really?
James Olmos. With
Oh.
Edward James Olmos. Yeah. Did you ever see that, Mario?
Which one? Battlestar? I watched it back
Battlestar.
in the 80s. The OG
No.
one.
Nobody liked that one.
Yeah, that's the only one I saw. And then I'm with Cynthia. I'm in the Star Wars jam. All of those.
Yeah.
I'm
It
there.
was great having you both on the show. Rick and I are going to go over
Let's
here
have
and have our
great.
conversation. Right? If I had like a thing that moved it over.
Star
like,
Wars up and down.
I'm
Star Wars on the
gonna
side.
request Reese. I need like a curtain that just blocks people.
That's all right. Star Wars on the side. Just,
I have a
No.
question.
There we go, right
just do
there.
it just like that. Star Wars is like here, right here.
Okay,
Can I ask a
Rick
question?
My
has
jam.
a question.
How much more likely would you try a new show because there's one person on there that you really love, even if the show's that's just not my genre?
I've done that in the
Because of
past,
that
and then I'm
person?
like, "Oh, this is trash. I'm turning it off." You have to get me in the first. You got 10 minutes, and then I'm out.
Okay, but that's exactly how Cynthia got me to watch 911 because she said, I'm not gonna watch no cop show or no fireman show. I love firemen, but not like that. But
Yeah.
Angela, all you had to say was I had no idea. Angela Bassett. I was like, I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But Mario,
Amazing.
as a black man, you understand what I'm about to say. Why are her wigs so bad on that show? Mario?
Yes.
And she's the EP. That's the bad thing. So that's a choice.
That's a choice. And I know she's probably want to be as realistic as possible as a black cop. I'm like, there is no black woman cop.
Okay, but wait.
Ugly wig.
Shout out to the Tina Turner tribute in that most recent episode. I screamed. I'm like, that's the Tina Turner wig for when she beat Ike's ass. That was perfect.
So true.
That was a specific wig. That was the Tina Turner. That's when she beat Ike's ass wig. That was the good wig. So
Dude, she's too funny. You're right. I thought the same thing. Oh, Anthony just said Cynthia would like Eureka and Warehouse 13. Oh, Eureka. She would not like Eureka. Eureka is one of my favorite
I
shows.
like that too.
I love Eureka. Let me tell you why. You've never. I don't. Again, Rick, we're gonna have our own show, baby, because these people. Mara, have you ever heard of Eureka?
I have.
Okay,
I have.
the thing about Eureka, it's bubblegum sci-fi, which is a term I've made up. I just want to clear that up because someone's going to steal that and make it like a thing. It's like Star Trek Next Generation. It's very clean, very joyful,
Yeah.
It's so good though, but it's a really fun show, and it's about all of these really brainy, smart people who live in this town.
Yeah,
And
it's easy watching though.
It's easy watching, and it's
easy watching.
And I think it's only 6 seasons. They didn't last that long.
It's easy. It's like Cynthia, you were like, okay, I can dig this. It's easy watching.
But
It's not future either. It's present day.
It's present day. It's present day, and it's all about these incredible scientists, and they live together in this town, and all of these things happen because they're creating things. And what's really weird is when they create these things, you realize it's like, oh my God, that's actually what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
Did they really do that? You know what I mean? Like it starts to freak you out a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Warehouse 13 was an offshoot of Eureka. I didn't like Warehouse 13 too much.
I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
I almost cried when it was ending. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I loved it.
In Eureka, there's a hot guy on there. That's why I kept watching it. I just want to throw that out there. I forget his name.
He was just hot. So
is good. We are women. She gonna understand what I'm saying when she sees it. She married, but she ain't dead. Got to give people incentive to watch things, okay? You got to give incentive. Warehouse 13 was a little bit different. What was it about? They
kept finding artifacts that actually were like evil, but they were scattered all over the earth. So their job was to try to find them and keep them in the warehouse so people would be safe, because a lot of them you could end up dead from this stuff. Sometimes they got a little scary even. Not like horror.
I think she might like Warehouse 13 more than Eureka, but Eureka's really easy viewing. That's very true. It's like Star Trek Next Generation, very easy. Yeah. Whereas Star Wars is like deep, negative, bad.
It is not deep and negative. It's evil. It's good versus evil. Just
in a
simple as that.
horrific, dark world.
It is not. There are beautiful worlds
It's like
intact.
we live it now.
Really.
I don't hate Star Wars. It's just not my first one. I've watched Star Wars. I don't need to watch. No, not Colin Ferguson. Okay, Anthony's asking, am I talking about Colin Ferguson? He's the lead in it. Anthony, do you not know me, my type of man yet? No, just kidding. He is the doctor who's married to the black woman, and I forget her name, and she is a beautiful actress, and I can't remember her name. I can't remember, but you know who I'm talking about. He ends up dying on the show. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
The hot guy, but he dies later, and then he comes back because it's an experiment. It's, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. I forget his name, but if you said his name, I can see him.
Just telling it all.
Wait, there's an episode that for some reason, I don't even remember. For some reason, he ends up like naked. I don't remember, but
she remembers the nudity. See,
right.
determined.
Because I forget the face. I just look at
Can't forget the face, but I remember the body. Right?
I have to tell another part of the story. So when this show was out, I was watching it while it was out. So this was back in, I don't know, way back. It wasn't like we had DVR and all that other stuff. So we're watching it. Yes, Ed Quinn. That man is so fine. Okay, so I was working at the time in Hollywood, and I would have to drive by this place, and then because I couldn't go into the property, I had to park in a different place, and it was always near this like Equinox or I don't know, some gym. It wasn't Equinox, but a gym. So I would park over there because I knew it'd be free parking, my car would be safe, whatever. And then I'd walk up to where I had to go work. And I went there, and one day he came out of the gym, and I was like, and I'm never starstruck, but I just stopped, and I was like, that man is so fine. I could not believe. I didn't say it out loud, but I stopped.
Was it because you remembered his naked body? Is that why it was?
I wish I could pull up a picture and put it up here because you would see what I'm talking about. The man is fine. Yes, he played Dr. Nathan Stark. Exactly. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah. I guess I could pull up a picture, but that'd be a little bit weird. Ed Quinn is the actor. That's a little weird. That's a little bit too much. Ooh, but that's a beautiful man right there. And Shemar Moore. I think Shemar Moore, though, which is fine if he is gay, but he's so good looking. He's too pretty sometimes.
Is he? I don't think he is. He has a partner now and a child, so I don't think so.
That don't mean nothing. But here's what I'm saying. That don't mean nothing. And I don't care. It's not if he wasn't, I'd have a shot. But the thing about Shemar Moore is out there.
I didn't say none of that, Shemar. I'm not confirming or denying no rumors. That ain't none of my business. That's your business, man.
I'm just talking about how he's gotten to. Do you know what I mean? He's gotten overly pretty. So there's this weird thing like where men get a little bit over. If it takes more, I know it takes more time for Shemar Moore to get ready in the morning than it does me. That's all I'm saying. That's how I'm going to put it. Okay? That's how I'm going to put it. And that to me, so I tried to watch SWAT and I was like, the love is low, like it's gone now. I can't.
He's one of those guys that.
Wait, what's his name? Okay. The guy who plays Buck's boyfriend
Anthony
is on SWAT.
I'm sorry?
The guy who plays Buck's boyfriend on 911.
Oh yeah, he's
on SWAT.
Jr.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's Lou Ferrigno Jr.
Yeah. What, Rick? Why are you putting this up here? I have to show everybody who Ed Quinn is. Jesus, that's Ed Quinn.
Oh.
He is fine. Okay,
yeah, he is.
By the way, that's a bad picture of him. Okay, that's a bad picture of him. Thank you, Rick.
Still is good there.
Isn't he pretty? That boy is pretty.
Those eyes.
Speaking of pretty, have you guys all watched the Superman trailer? Let's talk about it. Have you all seen it?
I have not. I only saw the teaser trailer. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. This is the 8th Superman.
The 95th Superman. Okay, the name of the actor. Oh, wait. Melanie just said the original SWAT rocks. There was an original SWAT?
Yeah, back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
I didn't watch that one. Would I know it?
Yeah, I did. That's the one I remember. I even remember the theme song. It's still in my head right now.
You gonna sing it? Go ahead, sing.
No, there was this music. It would go da-da-da, da-da-da.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's the same song. Yeah, I know it.
That's
Rick,
SWAT.
you don't know the SWAT song? The SWAT show? The original?
I don't think I watched it.
If I remember the theme song, you remember the theme song. That means you saw it.
Yeah, I did. I probably did. I just don't remember it. It probably could have been
Yeah.
like it. Rick is doing other stuff today. I can totally tell. Are you on Tony's show right now?
No, I was trying to see
He
if
got
I could
his
see
phone
this
and
Ed
laptop.
Quinn a better picture.
We
He's trying
don't
to find
need.
you the naked
I
Quinn
don't need a
Ed Quinn
better.
picture.
I don't need a better picture of Ed Quinn. We're good.
Karen was like, "Oh, he naked? Where's the pause button?" Oh, wow.
I know. We don't need another picture of Ed Quinn. Okay. So the new actor for the new Superman is David Corenswet. Is that how you say his name? Corenswet.
Corn sweat.
Corenswet.
Oh, I thought you said corn sweat. I'm like, corn sweats?
I'm going to tell you, Rick. Why don't you tell us? Because I was surprised about what you text me. What did you think of the trailer?
I was fearful because I did see Creature Commandos, which is supposed to be like the actual beginning of the new version of DC. And I was like, what is this? This is how y'all gonna start the DCU now? What? But then I saw this trailer and I was like, oh, okay. This is much better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought they tried to put a little bit too much in there. Like a lot of characters are in there. I'm like, a lot of people don't know who these people are. So this is the first trailer. Like you stuffed too much in there. But yeah, you got to see that the guy definitely did a good job acting it. You kind of felt like, you know how we all thought Christopher Reeve. Pause. I just saw the Superman Christopher Reeve stuff.
Yes, the documentary.
You gotta have tissues.
It's so.
OMG.
Oh my
Wow.
God, it's amazing.
If you don't have tissues, you're in trouble. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
But when
That's
you
great.
watch this guy, I'm like, okay, he's taking it serious as Christopher Reeve, in my opinion. He's really taking it seriously. He's doing a good job. It feels like Superman, although, you know, some people, you like Superman, but you don't feel like it really to me. But so far, so good.
How did you feel about Henry Cavill? Cavill.
I think he did a good job. I enjoyed his interpretation, but did it feel like Superman that I knew growing up? A little darker.
Also, another British man, another English person, and I never knew that until I saw an interview, and I was like, "What?" Like, yeah. So you weren't a big Henry Cavill Superman. You weren't loving it.
I thought I did good. I thought it was a decent interpretation, but like I said, it wasn't the Superman I'm used to growing up. Like, you know, Superman I grew up was like, does no wrong. He's not dark at all. He's always very, you know, got to do the right thing. Apple pie, American, you know. But
yeah,
Cavill was a little bit like, you know,
well, that's Zack Snyder's interpretation of it. It really wasn't Henry Cavill. It was Zack Snyder, the director's writing and the interpretation of it, because he also had to do the Justice League, which in turn went into what was the one with the Rock, Black Adam.
Oh, Black Adam, yeah.
And so it's all of Zack Snyder's universe. Now we're going back into James Gunn's universe and his whole thing. Because for people who don't know, James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy and all of those movies. So, you know, his ideas are just a little more shifted, I guess, creatively. And some of his stuff is fun and some of it I don't enjoy. So we'll see how this goes.
Cynthia, your thoughts?
I've never been a Superman or DC Comics fan. So when I saw the trailer, I was like, it's okay. The whole super dog, I don't know.
Crypto? His name is Crypto.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. Here's where they messed up. If later on they show that Crypto can fly like he does in every other iteration of the show, and he just ran through the snow fast in the stupid trailer, what was that?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, we don't know yet. We don't know. But, you know, like we don't know what the story is. But, okay, but Cynthia, you're saying just in general that just fell off for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, Rick, they did show a lot of characters. And it was almost like too much. Like, yeah. I didn't like
it. Trailers in general are just, I talked about this in a podcast I did. There used to be an art form where people were able to make a trailer and you were intrigued by it, but you didn't know the whole story. And it was like 90 seconds long. You know what I mean? It wasn't like 17 minutes and it wasn't like the whole story. And that art form, I don't know where it went, but I have yet to watch a trailer that has made me be like, oh my God, I need to see this movie. I only go see a movie because of word of mouth or people talking about it. But usually the trailers, I'm like, all right, enough already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, enough. Yeah.
Or what's the most annoying thing is when they've literally showed you the best parts in the trailer.
Yes.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Or they'll show you something that's in the trailer that's not in the movie.
Oh,
That
yeah.
pisses me
That's
off.
happened a lot.
Why do they do that?
That pisses me off because I'm like, wait a minute, didn't they show this in the trailer? I'm looking for this scene. Where is it
This
at?
moment, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird. I used to think that was a cool thing to watch these little snippets of movies and be intrigued, but now I just get annoyed by it. I hate watching trailers that are that long. I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly don't care for DC comics at all. But when I was younger, I went and saw Superman 1 19 times. I saw it over and over again. I used to sneak into the movie theaters when I cut school or after school, and I would just sit there and you could do that back then. I'm not advocating anybody to do that, but it was also like a place to be. But I loved that movie and I loved Christopher Reeve. Like I really believed him. And it was sad what happened to him and that whole document. I don't want to go there, but and then his son is so beautiful. Like his son is actuals. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I know. Okay. Anyway, that's a whole other issue. Okay. And then this, then Dana died. Like it's just all, everyone should watch the documentary. But anyways, Superman, the original to me was just so, it embedded in my heart that it's hard for any of them to master it for me. And every time a new Superman comes up, I'm like, yep, nope. Like I come to it with a bias.
I feel like that with Batman. Like I feel Michael Keaton was the only best Batman.
Agreed.
And all
I will say though, I did like the other one. Who's the one?
Not Dark Knight. Please don't tell me Dark Knight.
No, what's his name?
Please don't say
They
that.
had Val Kilmer.
Christian
They had,
Bale.
Oh yeah. Okay. What I liked about Christian Bale though was that he scared me because it really was dark. It was like he scared me. And he's a nice man. You know what I mean? It was like, what's happening here? You know what I mean?
As far as the Joker, Jack Nicholson,
hands down.
Love him, hands down. But Heath Ledger, he did do a very good job.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry, I love Joaquin Phoenix, but I did not like him as the Joker.
I need you to talk into your mic or whatever because you've gotten really low. I don't know what happened, Cynthia. Have you guys noticed she's gotten very low? I'm gonna put you up more.
Is it Margot that played Lois Lane in the original? Margot? No, not Margot. What's her name? The actress.
Lois Lane. Margot Kidder.
Kidder, yeah. It still cracks me up when he grabs her when she's falling. Don't worry, ma'am. I've got you. You got me. Who got you?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Still cracks me up.
Cynthia, I don't know why your volume's gone down. It's okay. I'm not going to say it again. It's just we're having like this great conversation. I hate in the editing when I have to like just mute you because I can't fix you. Adam West is Batman. Okay, Melanie, she is putting us down with that statement. That's TV. Adam West was the original first Batman. And
1966. I got you.
We can't even fight with you, Melanie. She's Adam West is Batman. Period. She's not like, I think I like Adam West better. No, Adam West is Batman.
Eartha Kitt is Catwoman.
Every Catwoman on that show I loved.
Every Catwoman what?
Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt were both great Catwomen.
You guys know more than I do. See, I don't know anything. The only thing I know about DC Comics, I'll be honest with you, is when I used to watch the Super Friends, the cartoon. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. The Justice
Wonder
League.
Twins unite. They were my
Wonder
favorite.
Twin powers activate. Form of a bucket of water.
American Eagle. Gleek, grab the bucket. We gonna fly. Let's go.
It's true though. They would do that in form.
Form of a cheetah. Bucket of water.
Oh, that was so fun though.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's doable. Go ahead.
Speaking of bucket of water, Rick, did you watch Wicked?
Okay, Rick. Rick was the only one who hadn't seen Wicked. I know. Look at Mario. Go ahead, Rick. Let us know.
What would you like to know?
Your thoughts. What did you think?
Wow.
Did you love it? Did you hate it?
You know what I liked? So this is going to take you back. So long years ago, I was with these online friends, and we were like, let's make a story. And then be like, you'd write a couple sentences, the next person write a couple sentences, and the next person write but you got to make sure it stays coherent. And these people were like, y'all just made a mess. This is supposed to be one story. So somehow I pulled everything they did, which was all not even related, and made it make sense. I was so stinking proud of myself. But to do what he did, to take a classic known story that everybody knows and create this ginormous backstory that completely makes sense, that you almost think, yeah, this is how it was in 19 whenever this was created. Like it was totally believable. Yeah, this is what happened. We just didn't know yet. So I thought that was really good.
So you're complimenting the author of the second book, but how did you like the movie?
Okay, it was not all singing like people kept telling me. There was a lot of talking.
See?
There was a lot of talking.
Yeah,
I know.
it's a movie. It's a true dive. It's a movie.
So yeah, the sing, like if it was totally singing, I'm not gonna lie, that would probably annoy me. But it never really pulled me out when people start singing, because that will happen sometimes if it's too much. And obviously everybody's singing without point. It was beautiful, well done, blah blah blah. Yeah, I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed what's her name now?
Cynthia
Cynthia?
Erivo.
Huh?
Cynthia Erivo.
No, in the movie.
Ariana Grande.
No, yeah, Alphabet. I couldn't think of it. Like her
Well, her
journey.
real name is Cynthia.
Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, but we talking about the movie, so I'm saying in the movie.
Okay.
Oh, Alphabet. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
My faux
So I
pas.
liked her journey, and I felt bad for her that her father rejected her, and I was like, that sucks. It's not her fault. She was born green, whatever. But yeah, no,
You
I
know
think
who her father is? Okay, spoiler. I won't say it.
No,
Okay.
spoilers.
All right. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And that's fun when they do encounter each other. He was like, "Oh, it's you," and she's still like, who you are." But no, I thought in the end it was a good story, and
Do
I'm
you
like,
understand
"Oh,
why it's such a big deal, though? Like why everybody loves it?
why?"
No, I'm asking you. Because you're talking about it very technically and stale. So I'm like, I feel like you're forcing yourself to say you liked it, but maybe it's
If you
not
didn't
good.
like it, you
Like,
can say
you
you don't
wouldn't
like
watch
it.
it again. You wouldn't go watch it in the movie theater and watch it again. That's okay.
I didn't mind watching it again. I thought it was a good story.
Were you invested enough to be willing to go see part 2? That's
Oh
the
yeah,
better
as soon as it was over, I was like, "Wait, this is only part 1? Wait,
Yeah.
there's more? Where's the rest?"
Yeah.
Mario, you
Yeah.
hated it. I could tell you hated it.
For me, it was trash. Garbage. Ugh.
I think you
No,
went
like-
opening night, right? Did you go when you went?
No,
right
we went before opening night. So, and I went with the girls. Of course, they were next to me crying, and yeah, because for them, both Marissa and Alma are both empaths, and then they also related it to themselves as far as minorities and what we as minorities go through in society, being pointed out, being ostracized, being seen as less than or not worthy of. So they were on a different type of empathetic journey with it. So, yeah. And then at the end, when they were saying when she's saying defying gravity, they were just, that whole thing was just amazing for them. So I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed taking the ride with them, and I enjoyed the ride myself. There was some really great scenes.
Jonathan Bailey was phenomenal.
Yeah, he was
that was
great.
his name playing.
And he did all of those. There were no stunts with those books and stuff. He did all of that himself.
He was amazing.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah. Cynthia, you also hated it. This is quintessential for you, what you love.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they did the flowers, I was like, oh,
poppies.
The flowers. Oh.
Yeah. There were a lot of Easter eggs if you caught them, if you were paying attention. There were a lot of Easter eggs, like even at the beginning when you see Dorothy and
walking on the yellow brick road,
and the poppies
to Wizard.
You get where the idea or where the poppies come in later on. You understand why they were there. But just the shoes.
Let's just give some love to John Chu, right? The director, who is just an incredible feat that he was able to create, and masterful. I find it weird that anyone, if he doesn't win Best Director, it's just going to be weird. Not that
the nomination should be enormous this year, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he was just everything that he was able to pull together and make this magical place is just an incredible thing. Yeah. I loved it.
And the train and the wizard were not CGI.
Yeah, no, nothing was CGI. I mean,
No.
they actually planted all of those, people get so afraid of AI, and I know not in my lifetime, I don't think AI is ever going to be able to take over the creativity of an individual human being. It will assist us, but I don't think, like, CGI is great, but CGI could not create what you saw on screen, not in that way. It's
Not in that
so
way.
much more tangible. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, like,
It's richer.
What about the monkeys? When the monkeys changed, I'm not gonna spoil it. That's not
when they
CGI.
get wings,
Okay,
when
you
they
said
get wings or whatever. What,
that's
what,
not
Well,
CGI.
what
everybody
did
knows
I
about flying
spoil?
monkeys.
I'm not
Yeah.
spoiling anything.
Ah,
I don't know every single technical thing, but when you watch any of the interviews, like, and you watch, and you can say they made every area an actual place so that they
Yeah.
can walk into it, so that they weren't working with a green screen, which is usually what
No.
actors are doing. Like, I love Marvel, but all of that is CGI. You know what I mean? Like, all of them are working in front of green screen. I'm not saying all of it, but most of it. And you can tell I'm not saying you can tell the difference, but you can feel the difference because actors work differently. I don't care how
Mhm.
great you are. You could be Meryl Streep, and I love Meryl Streep or Viola Davis. These are the two greatest actresses of our time, I think. These two women working in front of a green screen and working in front of a real live set are probably the only two people I think that could probably pull it off and not flinch. But I think
Yeah.
it changes you as an actor when you're actually interacting with an actual place, but I'm
That's
nobody. So what do I know?
the actresses on Agatha all along, because that they wanted purposely no CGI. They wanted everything to be real. And they're like, this is so cool that we're actually walking in this place. It's not, you have to
Yeah.
pretend something's there. It's actually there. And they loved it.
Yeah. It's tangible.
Yeah, it
And it
changes.
gives the actors more to work with too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's why I love theater too, because when you're in theater, when you're doing a scene on stage, you're physically there. You know what I mean? It's not about the camera angle or whatever. You're physically in the space. And I've always told you guys this. I know that other more brilliant people who know about acting would disagree with me, but there is a difference between theater acting and television and film acting. I'm not
100%.
saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying there is a difference. And the reason why I suck in front of a television camera being an actor, I can't be that fresh 20 times on the same scene over and over again. And people who can do that are why they're working as actors on television. Because you don't just film something once on television, you film it like 5 or 6 times because they have to do different angles. Yeah, they have to do your point of view, my point of view. They have to do the camera behind you looking over there. And then they slice all that up. That's a different kind of acting. And I admit it. I know my strengths. And that was not one of them.
That wasn't your
Sadly
ministry.
for the
as they
acting
say.
world, sadly for television and film, I will not be an actor in some great movie. Okay, I'm sorry.
The theater
Unless I
is
can ab limit, you know what I mean? Unless I can just do
theater
it.
is one take.
Yeah, that's it. One and done.
You rehearse it over and over again, but at the end of the day, when that curtain comes up,
That's it.
it's on point. And you got it. Go ahead. What? Go ahead, Mario.
I gotta say one more thing, just to let you know, Rick. I don't know if you were aware of this, but when she's singing "Defying Gravity," she's in a harness and she's actually flying
Singing
while
live.
she's singing live.
Singing.
Do you understand how hard that is?
Mm.
So,
And what was so cute was Jonathan Bailey actually said that they asked him, what was your favorite part of working on this movie? And without skipping a beat, he said, watching Cynthia in a harness. And she, and there was another part too that he talked about where, because they had built the thing, there were birds that were in the roof or whatever, were like stuck in there. And whenever she would sing, they would sing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gave me chills. Yeah, I'll find that interview and I'll send it to you guys. It's amazing.
So yeah.
They had a similar thing on Agatha all along too, where they flew on brooms and they all said, "Oh my God, that was so fun."
Have any of us watched this show? No.
Yeah, Agatha all along. Yeah, Agatha Hart. Yeah,
Cynthia, did
absolutely.
No, I haven't watched it.
It's a Marvel, of course. It's Marvel.
And I love Marvel, but I'm done. I'm done with Marvel. I need a break. I need a 10-year break, and then I'll come back. Yeah.
I'm already excited for Ironheart. It's a black woman leading the show. I'm already there.
I'm excited because Denzel Washington slipped about Black Panther 3. So
You know, he was like, he got in trouble for that, right?
he got in trouble. He apologized, but it's Denzel Washington. He can.
Did they say what he's going to be?
No, they're alluding to.
I don't know.
Yeah, they alluded to it already. It's out there.
It's out there, but he had to apologize because he talked about it, and no one had talked about it yet.
It was supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah. It's Denzel, so it's
like,
it's so cute.
It's Denzel. I'm 70 years old. I'm gonna say what the hell I'm gonna say.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Anthony said I didn't much care for Agatha all along. Interesting. Yeah, okay. I've never seen it, so since it's my show, we're not going to talk about it.
Burn.
Look at me, I'm like,
yeah, it's a very slow burn.
Yeah,
but when you get to episode 7, Patti LuPone's episode, whoo.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's in it. Oh yeah,
yes.
I love her. I love her. I'm still not going to watch it, but I love her. Theater queen. Come on,
she's amazing.
All right,
and she sang in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just tired. Isn't Agatha all along from the original? What was the?
It's from WandaVision.
Yeah, and I didn't even love WandaVision. I struggled through that. I know y'all gonna be upset. I struggled through watching that whole thing. And I know, I'm sorry. The only Disney, I'm not gonna say Disney, but the only shows I've loved that I would watch again after the Marvel movies was like Loki. There was two. Yeah. There was another one too. The one with Hawkeye. I liked that one.
Which one?
The show with Hawkeye on it. What he had a
Hawkeye, wasn't it?
What is
Hawkeye,
it?
you mean?
It said
Jeremy
Hawkeye.
Renner?
Yeah.
Because you've been saying hot guys all day, so I wasn't
didn't
sure.
say hot guy. I said
you know, hot guy.
Hot guy. I'm like,
you guys haven't even remembered it. I forget what it was, but I liked that one.
Hawkeye, that's the name of the show.
Yeah, and then, but those are like the only two, Loki and that, and then there was one more I think that I liked.
Yeah, my brain is blanking out. There's another really good one.
It was just too many. Like I didn't like the Hulk one, the She-Hulk. What was she called?
No, that wasn't that great.
That wasn't good.
No.
And I tried to go through them all, and I'm like, you know what? We need a break. We need a break, is what happened.
Sorry, Captain America is coming out. Anthony Mackie's the new Captain.
I know,
America.
but I have to watch out because I got to support. him.
Okay, and then
no, but doesn't mean I have
Ironheart.
to like it. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Well, suffer, okay? Suffer.
Wow.
You're gonna
it was
watch
nice having you on the show, Mario. Hopefully we'll have you back in 2026. Thank you.
Not that Hawkeye. No, he said Hawkeye from MASH.
From MASH. I love Melanie because Melanie just shows us her age. Like Hawkeye from MASH.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not familiar with that show.
Mm-hmm.
You're being funny. Everybody knows MASH. That was one of the greatest shows ever.
I don't know that show.
Oh my God, because you're so young.
Yeah.
You look at all you have to do is be part of Hollywood. MASH was one of the best shows ever made.
I know what MASH is.
One of the best closing endings of all time of a TV show was MASH.
Hot Lips Houlihan, all of those people.
Yeah. And I loved Hawkeye. He was also good looking. Hot guy, right? Like, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my
God. Are we
gosh.
still on TikTok? That's so weird that we would last this long. Does it let us go that long?
Let me check.
Oh, I've watched live TikTok for 3 hours one time.
Really? So it goes that long?
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea how to tell. I can't watch myself. Anyways, are you able to see, Rick?
Okay. I'm going to try to find it. Yeah.
I just want to see just so I can know that this was part of what did it. It's just incredible, cool numbers too. So that's cool.
Oh.
Wow, so much fun. Okay, cool. Wow. Everyone on TikTok, thank you for visiting. Really appreciate you stopping by. Mario, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I will go out of my way and motherfucking Instagram you, I guess.
Please and thank you.
And then have you not show up anyways. Okay, whatever.
You know what? Don't come for me unless I send for you. Okay,
you know what? No. Okay. Here's the thing now. If you don't see it and you can come on, just do what you did today. That's what we have to deal with Charlie's the same thing. If Charlie wants to come on, he just needs to text me or let me know and we're gonna put him up. We're going to put him on. But I love what Charlie does. Charlie's just like in and out. Like he comes in and then if he wants to stay, he lets us know. You know what I mean? So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Please tell Alma we said hi and hope you. Oh, Christmas is next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Cynthia, for Christmas? You have you already had your family dinner thing.
We had our family dinner, but Christmas Day we go to my daughter's house. and spend it with everybody.
With the family there. And Rick, are you guys doing anything special for Christmas? Is your family
My
coming over?
cousin's house again.
Your what?
Going to my cousin's house again.
Oh, cool.
But a smaller.
I am going to be resting again. This is my. I'm going to be
traveling.
Don't call me. I'm not traveling out. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't bother me. I'm gonna be curled up on my couch. I'm gonna be resting by myself. I am going to normalize being okay, being by yourself. And I know Cynthia, you like being by. I'm like, because I'm tired. You hear me? I'm exhausted. Mm-hmm. I need a break. So like for 4 days, I don't want nobody bothering me. Nobody. I don't, even if there's an emergency, deal with it. Deal with it.
Call 911.
Call 911. Exactly. So Cynthia, thank you always being on the show. Really appreciate you. Rick, thank you for being on the show as always too. And we do this every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We have a website called allaboutthejoy.com. Please go check that out. Thank you everyone for visiting. LinkedIn, I want to give a shout out to LinkedIn. Also, we have over 700 followers there. That's a big deal. I don't think you guys understand. Like I ain't asking nothing. And it's like people keep following us. It's a trickle, but it's LinkedIn, which is a professional website, social media site. So I'm very proud of that. So thank you so much. Melanie, yes, it might just be me. I don't know. No. Are you guys, I don't know if you guys will be able to come on. Will you?
No, I'm not doing nothing.
It's on the Thursday.
Yes, after Christmas. Yeah, I'm free.
Okay. We will be back talking about our Christmas loves and joys, and then I'll go back to being quiet and by myself and enjoy the rest of my weekend. All right, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Be good. Remember, it is always all about the joy. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by. All about the joy. Be better and stay beautiful, folks. Have a sweet day.